now, Heartland Sports with Todd Richards.
Hello again, everyone, and good news for SIU football fans. Star quarterback DJ Williams announcing he'll return in 2026. Williams is one of the most explosive players in the FCS. Finished 8th in the Walter Payton Award voting and 3rd in the Missouri Valley Football Conference Offensive Player of the Year voting. Williams also earned multiple All-American honors, rushed for a school record 847 yards to go along with 18 touchdowns on the ground, also passing for another 2,846 yards and 22 scores. I know a bunch of numbers, but he's really good, and he's coming back in 2026.
I think it was the coaching staff that truly believed in me, not just coaches talk. I mean, I'm in a recruiting building every day with our coaching staff, so I understand. I've been around college football for a nice amount of time now, so I understand what's just a little interest in you, and I understand when people really truly feel like you can be the guy to change the program or have a big impact on a program.
Gotta love that attitude. Williams certainly a huge source of that offense. We'll keep an eye on him again as 2026 will be here before you know it on the football field. Meanwhile, Kansas City Chiefs finished a disappointing season with that 14-12 loss to the Raiders yesterday. Chiefs finished 6-11. We do know Patrick Mahomes will be coming back next year. Raiders coach, just FYI, Pete Carroll is out. Of course, Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, we don't know if he's going to be in or if he's going to be out next year. And of course, you just saw head coach Andy Reid right there for the Chiefs. So that's what the situation is right there. By the way, we'll have an update on this story as the week goes on. We're going to take a time out and be back to wrap it up after this.